Hi guys, Redneck wannabe here, and today let's talk chickens. So, I think a lot of times we don't do things because it's not going to be perfect. We don't know how. We think it may turn out looking stupid. Well, I'm going to show you some things that I've done right and more things that I've done wrong. So, when we first got chickens, which was about 3 years ago, I built this chicken coop right here, and honestly, many hundreds and hundreds of dollars later, it was finished, and it still wasn't that good. So what I did was, right here on this frame, I had enclosed that in chicken wire, and then I had the door where the chickens could come out, and then the door right over there on the left hand side where we could go in and get the eggs. So after a while, we were just going to let them free range, and so we just opened up the door and they would just come and go. We ended up getting rid of the chickens just because my wife got tired of chicken poo all on the patio. I think we had like 12 chickens. So we ended up getting rid of the chickens, and obviously I kind of tore this down and I converted this into a temporary shed, and so that's where I've just been putting some of my stuff here lately. So one of the next things here in the next couple of weeks, I want to start a more permanent shed. But you can see where I've made my my herb garden and all that. So if you recall, I'm renting this property right here, and so I built this chicken coop, and this was a swing set that I bought off of Craigslist for $40, and then the galvanized roofing. My son and I came out and built this, and so the top part I used the clear roofing just so light would come in, and then I've got the nesting boxes and all that in there. And what it is there's a convenience store over by where my shop is, and those quote-unquote nesting boxes are just some of the cases, the plastic cases that the Cokes and all that come in. So he gave me some of those, and I put straw in there, and that was my nesting boxes. So for $140, man, that was a great chicken coop. The challenge was the lady that I'm renting this place from. She says, okay, you can have the bees, you can have the garden, but you can't have the chickens. So I'm like, all right, dang it. Well, I'm still keeping my chickens. So here we go. Here's my newest chicken coop. So again, it's an A-frame, and I just put the galvanized metal on there. So we've got the front door where the chickens obviously can go in and out. On the back, I have the same thing, just a little bit bigger door, and there you go. So that's a heating lamp right now, because it's, believe it or not, it's 70-something degrees and it's December. Sure doesn't feel like December, but I've got the heating lamp in there anyway. So that chicken coop right there measures 6 by 4 and probably, I don't know, almost 4 foot tall. And then the chicken run right here, it's just so 2x4s, 2x4 by 10, and you can see how I put the binding brackets or the mending brackets or whatever they're called right there, and then 1/2-inch PVC and chicken wire. So that's it. My intent is I'll be able to move this chicken run periodically throughout the year, but that's 20 foot long, and we have a pear tree here, a peach tree there, so I don't know how much moving I'm going to be able to do, but we'll see. So there was one thing I was going to tell you that, dang it, there's something I was going to make a point here, but I just don't remember it right now. So that's the chicken run. So first one, second one, third one, and I think on the third one, I'm into it $150, maybe $200 with all of this. So there you go. regardless, the first time or the 10th time, everything may not look perfect, may not be exactly right, but you know what? As long as you do it, you can use it and it will work. So, I remember the bucket right there. The bucket is that's their watering bucket, and one thing that you could do is you can go to the I would assume any feed store, but the feed store that I always go to, they had these chicken nipples, and so I bought those chicken nipples, and I want to say you use like a 3/8 inch drill bit, and you drill some holes in there, put some Teflon tape around those chicken nipples, and there you go. So this whole watering system cost me, I think, $4 for the nipples. The bucket was free. If you go over to Sam's or Costco or even Walmart, I'm sure, if you go back into the bakery department, they get buckets of this with icing, and they'll just give the buckets away for free. So that thing cost me $4, maybe $5. And when I was at the feed store getting those chicken nipples, they have the exact same thing, except they have a round bucket, and they were selling that thing for $25. So if you just improvise and redneck a little bit, then you can have a $4 or $5 watering bucket as well. So anyway, whatever you do, just do it. Doesn't matter how it comes out to look. I'm sure I could have done this better if I were to build a chicken coop for the fourth time. I'm sure it would be a lot better than this. But regardless, do it, and you'll be glad you did. So y'all take care.